What it is, my Tenno Peace and Grease here, and DE has announced the weapons coming with Nidus Prime. This is a little late because, if I'm being completely honest, I actually had to vent pretty good at this, but we're going to talk about it right now. Now, it's no secret my opinions on Nidus Prime. Apparently, Nidus Prime is going to be the next Bond villain, so keep a lookout for the next James Bond movie, because Nidus Prime will be the villain in that, golden arm, apparently. That's what we're doing now. I don't know, look, I'm a really simple creature to understand in the sense that I like there to be a common thread throughout the different variants of Warframes, right? I like there to be some kind of symmetry, like, for example, Excalibur Prime, and then you've got regular Excalibur, right? There's a common thread there. There's some symmetry. Even Excalibur Umbra. But then when stuff comes completely out of left field that makes absolutely, utterly no sense whatsoever, that's when I begin to hate it. For example, the Mesa Presidio skin. I know a lot of people like the Mesa Presidio skin, and that's fine. But what does a Conquistador helmet have to do with the Old West? What does a Conquistador helmet have to do with six-shooters? What does a Conquistador helmet have to do with Mesa? Where did she get it? Why is she wearing it? What does it mean? And so, yeah, I hate that skin because it doesn't jive. It doesn't make sense. There's no common thread. There's no symmetry. And so I absolutely despise that skin because of it. If you like it, that's fine. But now we got Nidus Prime here, Mr. Golden Arm over here. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't fit with Nidus, right? Where did it come from? Why is it there? Why does he have it? Why is his arm metal all of a sudden? No answers, just questions. As I said already in my initial video, I understand that, it's a Prime, so it's got to have gold, but they could have put gold on his butt, and it would have made more sense than his arm at this point. But anyway, I digress. The point is, we're here to talk about the weapons we're going to get. Now, I was still hopeful that DE was going to kind of show us a little bit of effort, because this Prime access is a slam dunk for them. It's an easy win. It's an easy touchdown, an easy home run, an easy goal, right? Very easy. All they had to do is show us a little bit of effort, and it's a slam dunk. Just that easy. So what weapons are we getting? Well, I personally was hoping for any of these. Why would I want any infested Prime weapon? Because, Nidus infested, except for the golden arm for some weird, odd, abstract reason. But any infested weapons because Nidus is infested. So infested. It all kind of jives. It all makes sense, right? Like, how about a Hema Prime? Rework it, revamp it. Since all of these weapons are infested weapons, make the base status on any of these being primed at 50%, right? That would be amazing. Give us a cool mechanic or some unique feature on these weapons as well. Dude, there's so many of these weapons I would love to have primed, right? The Torrid Prime, the Scoliac Prime, the Mios Prime. Ooh. How about the Serrata Prime? That doesn't get enough credit, dude. I love that glaive. That would be amazing to get that. The Hema Prime, obviously. The dual Ichor? Oh, hell yes. How about the Acrid Prime? Not so much. Embolus Prime, I think that's too new to get an Embolus Prime, but that would be cool. I would like that. Definitely the Synops Prime. That would be awesome. The Catabalist Prime. Ooh. The Cost Assist Prime. That would be amazing. The Bubonico is probably too new. The Parasist Prime, yeah, I would like it. I mean, literally, DE could have closed their eyes and thrown a dart at the screen. That's literally all they had to do. DE, literally, that's all you got to do. Close your eyes on the screen, throw a dart. You're done. That's it. You just found your weapons for Nidus Prime, right? It's literally that easy. Any of these would be amazing to have. How about the Phage Prime? Pox Prime, Dual Toxicist Prime, those would be amazing. Any of these would. But, shoulda, coulda, wouldas, what are we actually getting? Well, unfortunately we're going from bad to worse because the weapons that they are giving us, and I can't make this up, we're getting the Strun Prime. That's right. The Strun takes an eternity to reload Prime. Yikes. Now look, it's a shotgun, so it will be serviceable. At best. Of course, the only caveat to that is if you already have Tenet weapons and Kuba weapons, you're not going to use this weapon. A good majority of the Warframe community is going to level it, forget it. Level it, scrap it. That's the truth. There's nothing special going on here. There's nothing unique going on here. It just kind of feels like the lazy way out for me personally. But maybe the other weapon can save it, right? How about a Legion Prime, right? Melee weapon. That would be fantastic. Makes sense. Also, infested, Nidus, infested. But what are we getting? The Magnus Prime. I'm not even joking. From bad to worse and worse still. Yeah. The Magnus Prime. Wow. Look, the truth is nobody's going to use this thing. Nobody's going to use the Magnus Prime. Damn near every player out there is going to level it and scrap it, or level it and forget it. That's the truth. Look up the definition of MR fodder, and you will see a picture of the Magnus Prime. Guaranteed. Nobody's going to use this. There are so many better secondaries out there. Even if the stats on this thing were crit chance 200%, people still wouldn't use it. There are better weapons out there, secondary weapons. So even before we get it, it's MR fodder. And the same thing goes with the Strun takes an eternity to reload Prime. Nobody's going to use it if they have access to Kuba or Tenant weapons. Nobody will. Even if the status chance is 120% base and 120% crit chance. Well, okay, they may use it at that point. But that's never going to happen. So nobody's going to use these things. Anyway, I just thought I'd break the bad news to you guys and gals out there. You know, unfortunately, I was really hoping for something special with Nidus Prime Access, but unfortunately it looks like we're getting the bare minimum here, which is sad. It's a real shame. It's a real shame. Kind of makes you rethink the whole idea of purchasing Prime Access at this point, and we don't even have it yet. Feels like we've been waiting, you know, we've been stuck on Gara Prime for the last 2 years at this point, waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and we still don't have it. And unfortunately, it doesn't bode well for Nidus Prime Access. But who knows? Maybe DE can surprise us. Maybe they can salvage this, you know, catastrophe. I don't know. But we'll kind of have to wait and see. I can tell you that I really like Harrow, and Harrow was supposed to be the next Prime. My initial plan was to buy Nidus Prime Access and Harrow Prime Access, but if this is kind of what we can expect, I'm probably not going to buy either at this point. But like I said, hopefully DE can salvage it. Hopefully DE can bring it back, you know. Maybe they can, maybe they're actually, what they're doing right now is a distraction. Like, oh, you're going to get the Strun Prime and Magnus Prime. Oh, just kidding. That's not what you're getting. And they give us some of these infested weapons for the actual Prime Access. That would be amazing. Who knows, though? It's hard to say. I suspect that this is probably going to be a bare minimum effort on DE's part, because they knew what we didn't expect, and that is, it doesn't matter how bad this is, people will still buy it. And unfortunately, we kind of gave DE that bargaining power, so yikes. But let's wait and see. Let me know what you guys and gals think down in the comment section below. I respond to everybody that does. What do you think about these weapons being the ones that we're getting with Nidus Prime? And until next time, peace out.